Hi, welcome to this recap of our Family Learning Community session. Here is a preview of all the sessions we'll be having for the year, as well as links where you can register. In this session, we went over quick start guides and the standards.
Thank you, Kristen. So in this first session of the year, we kicked things off by sharing some resources from the curriculum department that you can use to get yourself started with your curriculum. For our homeschool academy, I shared resources called Quick Start Guides for our ELA and Math core curriculum. In these Quick Start Guides, you will see a brief set of information on how to get started with your curriculum, what materials are included when you order print curriculum, and then a little video that will show you a brief walkthrough of the structure of the curriculum as well as the materials that are included.
And then I shared some quick start guides for supporting your 712 students. So the first guide offers three tools. The first tool is a short video that shows you how you can review and manage activities in a course. The second tool is also a video. It shows you how to set up text and email notifications. And then the third tool is an online video survival guide. Many of the courses that our students engage in have video content, and this resource shows you how to encourage your students to stay active when they're watching those videos. Our professional learning team led breakout rooms and dove into the standards.
We started the instruction portion of this session by diving into standards, specifically the California standards and the Vision's essential standards, as well as discussing how we can build background knowledge together using a helpful guide. We love guides around here. We started by asking families what they already know about the California state standards. Standards are learning goals for what students should know and be able to do at each grade level. They outline the expectations in each subject to provide a clear roadmap for both teaching and learning. Because California adopted the Common Core state standards in both English language arts and mathematics, these standards help ensure that all students are working toward the same high expectations regardless of the school they attend. Now we'll hear more about the essential standards from Ashley.
Thank you, Whitney. Essential standards are a set of standards that have been chosen by our very own teachers here at Visions, using the California state standards across all grade levels. Our teachers selected those standards because they highlight the most critical skills and knowledge that support student success today and prepare them for the future. These standards drive the teacher's work and focus in supporting student learning and monitoring how well our students are learning them. Next, we shared a resource guide to help build background knowledge around the essential standards. In the guide, you'll find 4 critical questions. These questions help us think about what we want our scholars to learn, how we'll know they've learned it, and what to do next. You'll also find frequently asked questions section, which addresses common wonderings like where standards appear in the assignments and how families can track progress. In addition, there are reference charts that break down the abbreviations and codes, making it much easier to connect the standards with what you see in lessons and assignments. And finally, a section on unwrapping the standards, which takes those big learning goals and breaks them down into smaller, more manageable steps so we can see clearly which skills our scholars are practicing. Now, I'll pass the mic to Dina to share a bit more about what happened in the breakout room sessions with our family partners.
Thank you, Ashley. After developing shared knowledge about standards, our family members were invited to engage in grade level specific breakout sessions with our instructional coaches. These included TK through 2nd, 3rd through 5th, 6th through 8th, and 9th through 12th grade. Within these breakout rooms, family partners had the opportunity to collaborate and begin answering the 4 critical questions using our essential standards. We focused on answering the first critical question: what do we want our students to know and be able to do? In these slides, we've captured the group discussion and their deep dive into breaking down the learning targets for an English and a Math Essentials standard per each grade band. These slides capture the learning targets determined in our TK through second grade room. And in these slides, we've captured the learning targets determined in our third through fifth grade room. And in these slides, we have captured the learning targets for our sixth through eighth room. And finally, here we have captured the learning targets determined in our 9th through 12th grade band room. This concludes the instructional portion for this session. If you'd like to dive deeper into the grade band group discussion that interests you, I invite you to pause the video here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this first recap video of our Family Learning Community sessions. Join us next month for community support specific to curriculum and instruction across all academies. Each session includes an overview from our curriculum coordinators, that's us, followed by breakout rooms specific to instruction by grade and subject. It has been an honor sharing space with you virtually today. We look forward to seeing you in our next round.